Hello? Yes, you're on camera. Yes, this is the first thing people are seeing on this, what's laughingly called a Christmas special, is your ugly mug in a cone. Yeah, so she was taken to the vet for sterilization, also to get her eyes a little fixed, you know, the little bumps on the side and on corners. So she's in a cone for a little bit until she gets better. She also has some stitches because of neutering and whatever the case may be, whatever the French term is, to sterilize it, whatever. Anyways, she's getting better, kind of, sort of. A little depressed with this cone in her around her head, but you know, other than that, she's hard at work doing whatever it is she usually does around here. You know, which isn't much. Let's be honest. You know, for what we're paying her, she's not doing a whole lot of anything. Quite honestly, she just lay her on the bed and she just sleeps there. And now she's licking the mic. Oh yeah, yeah. So, how's your holiday? I wish I could tell you how my holidays are going, but as I'm recording this, they haven't happened yet. So I have no idea what we're going to be doing today on this Christmas Day thing that we laughingly call a special. I guess it's a special of some kind, but I don't know what we're doing. The dog doesn't know what we're doing. She's too busy in a cone. She's about to take my pills that I use to regulate stuff, and yeah, she's sleeping right on the keyboard. Fantastic. Yeah, I hope you don't press anything vital there that's going to blow up the earth or anything. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind that. State of things these days, we deserve to be nuked or Death Starred or whatever the case may be. I should probably edit that last part out in case Disney decides. Who gives a fuck? They'll own everything in about a couple of years anyway, so we're all fucked either way. Uh, how's that for holiday cheer? Yeah, so I don't know what we're doing today. Probably because we haven't reached today. I'm recording this on a Sunday. I guess I could do some camera footage outdoors or something. I don't know. I'm gonna let the dog sleep somewhere. I'm gonna get ready to go because I got some errands to run. But I don't know. I'm sure we'll find something fun to do today. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a whole lot of well, let's be honest, a whole lot of nothing is pretty much the bare minimum of what you can expect from this channel in general. So, I don't know what to tell you. Except, I don't know, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever, Happy Boxing Day. Hope your New Year turns out well or something. Though if it's anything like the past year, it'll be business as usual and we can, I don't know. I do have a New Year's resolution though, and it's not to make any New Year's resolutions. Which is sort of self-defeating because, you know, if you're going to make a resolution not to make any resolutions, you already broke the resolution. So clearly the logic isn't there. But anywho, not that it really matters. Yeah, what am I doing right now? I'm making sure the dog is nice and calm so that, you know, I could, you know, drop her off with the folks, and I can get some stuff done that I need to get done. Some last minute Christmas shopping, some last minute supplies of sorts, and she's decided to do some actual work for once. Isn't that right? Don't worry about it. A couple days we'll get the cone off. Hopefully the stitches. It's mostly for the stitches. I mean, she still has energy. She's not like, mobile or anything like that. But, most of her usual activities is hindered by this cone here, which is supposed to calm her down. Apparently, it's a calm down. She won't let me see. Won't let. I wish you could lay on a pillow or something, not on the fucking keyboard. Would be nice. Would be nice if you... Well, it could be worse. It could be relieving herself on my lap, as it were, if you get my drift. And one thing I need more of is relief, especially if it's coming from... I guess I could give it a health update, all things considered. Because, hospitalized for a pulmonary embolism and confirmation of Crohn's and pills and injections and things of that nature. And I don't know, I'm doing okay. You're right on the charge cable. That I could probably remove, but I'm taking the camcorder out for a ride, and also I need it for some last minute stuff that I'm going to do. But she's been pretty much like this for the past couple of days. And yeah. On the bright side, though, something, I guess, I suppose. Is there a bright side? It's probably coming from a raging dumpster fire somewhere. That's their bright side. Yeah, that's usually the go-to follow-up to anyone that says there's a light at the end of the tunnel. That light's coming from something pretty bad, like a burning waste fire or something like that. So I don't think light at the end is something to look forward to. We should probably switch to something a little more joyous, on this. You know what? Yeah, I'm keeping this all in, by the way. I don't care. I really don't care. To anyone who has frequented this channel for so long, you pretty much know what to expect. For those of you who are watching this for the first time, my condolences either way. But this is pretty much the norm for things when I'm not dubbing things behind a mic with something resembling narration that I can fucking read off a screen or something. I don't know. Yeah. She'll be better. She'll be fine. New Year, she'll be good as new. Hopefully before that. But, yeah. Are we having fun? Probably a lot of people already dropped off. Nobody's watching this anyway, so I don't think we have anything. We could do whatever we want. Isn't that right, girl? It almost makes, I miss Sasha. I really do. I miss the old girl. At least, at least with her, you could give her a pillow and she'll hump on it without end. Maya hasn't really reached that point yet. She'll hump arms, she'll hump legs, but she won't hump any inanimate pillows or anything like that. I guess she's a little more picky. She needs something a little more lively, if you get my drift. But she's a good doggy. She's a very nice doggy. She's a bit of an inconsiderate asshole on my lap. I gotta go, and she won't. Hey, Hey, she's still breathing. That's a good thing. That's always a good thing. Maybe this whole video should be just the staring at a dog in a cone, and you could feel bad or something, or hope she gets better. Look, by the time this this goes up, she'll probably either have the cone off or she'll be tired of it. Like one way or another. You know, she's already feeling a little better. Her eyes are still a little red, but that's normal, I guess, I suppose. It'll take a while for that to come along, but yeah, I've run out of things to say. So, yeah, I better get going. But in the meantime, I don't know what's coming up next, but hopefully it'll be fun and interesting, but more likely not. Anyways, talk to you soon. Okay, let's try this again once more with feeling. Hopefully this will be. Let's try the collector's edition. Let's try the collector's edition. Ah, there we are. So that'll probably work better, maybe, kind of, sort of.
Enter your name, pilot.
I'll do a new pilot. Training course. Well, we'll dump the speed in so we could go and get through this as quickly as possible. And then we'll add a little bit of... What the fuck? Okay, what? I have no idea what that usually doesn't happen, Buck. Anywho, let's keep going. Yeah, so we're playing the old TIE Fighter, the special collector's CD-ROM edition, which has slightly nicer graphics. It's the nice in-between between the original floppy version and the later Windows version, which has the nicer graphics of X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, but replaces all the in-game music with... because I actually need some lasers now to shoot some targets. Some roids and stuff like that. Now we're moving way slower because we're pumping some energy into lasers to recharge those, which I don't need much of. It's been a while since I played this. Used to be a boon of the... Really enjoyed this back in the day when I was a younger kid. Well, younger kid mostly. This would have been in my teens. My brother had his 4086. And I always dug playing this game because it just... I don't know. Like, as a game, it was actually... I prefer this over the X-Wing. But, anyhow. I think out of Carolina, like 4 or 5 stages to get a training patch, which is one of your
award things, which would be nice to have. Yeah, so with each subsequent level, they add new, they add more obstacles. Like, you know, second level, you get the little asteroid things. Level 3, you get the pillar things. And then level 4, the pillar things start moving around. And then they start adding walls that you have to go through the little holes. And really nice thing is that you don't blow up, you just grind to a halt. But you still got to work your way around the obstacles. And you're losing time, of course, because you're timed on these. And each subsequent stage, you have less time to get through each one. So there comes a point where you pretty much reach your ceiling. I mean, this is like with partial charge to the lasers. This is as slow as your TIE fighter's gonna go. And the TIE fighter's your default, I guess your standard fighter. There's nothing special about it. It's just a flying egg. I mean, literally a flying egg. Only a couple hits will do you in. There's no shields, no hyperdrive. You'll get like warheads on some missions, but that's about it. Really nothing special. You know, because the idea behind the TIE fighters back in the day was that they're disposable. They'll make a bunch of these, and they'll make a bunch of these because they favor like bigger numbers over fighters that actually have some quality control behind them. So when you're playing the campaigns, it takes a while before you eventually get to some fighters that have some actual meat, like your TIE Advance and your gunboats and stuff like that. I don't know how much of the... We're just going to play through some hoops. Seem to be doing okay, though. Anywho. Yeah, but a TIE fighter, you have really nothing to work with here. Because you don't have shield energy. You don't have, you don't have shields, so you don't, obviously you don't need shield energy. But this is what I'm talking about. Now they have the little walls that you gotta fly through. I think right after you have to go through the little walls, and then they add another wall that you have to get through behind the other wall, and again, you have less time, subsequently less time to navigate all this stuff. And collision during this part can be somewhat suspect, I will say that much. So... oh, yeah. Christmas gifts, money, couple clothes, some perfume, and got this really neat Battle of Hoth board game that I'm probably gonna try out with my older brother, you know, somewhere one of these days. It's kind of nice. Other than that, nothing really special there. Couple cash gifts, that's about it. So that's something, I guess. Goddamn. So now the walls are moving. Fantastic. I'm just hoping this doesn't crap out on me anytime soon, but honestly, no. A couple visual glitches here and there, but nothing too egregious. Well, I heard the hit. I thought I crashed into something, but I just shot the asteroid thing. So I don't know how many levels how many levels am I going to play before I get bored? There we go. I have to look back in my files to see if I still have my old pilot file, because I used to back up all my saves for these computer games. Yeah, right. So this is where you have the secondary walls behind the other walls, and you barely have a little over a minute to get through this crap. So you're really pressed for time, and you have to make sure that you get your moves in like nice and smooth, because one little mess up pretty much can screw you over, like so there. So yeah, that's a lost cause. And sometimes the acceleration isn't all that fantastic. You could probably just keep shooting and it really wouldn't matter. There we go. 20 seconds. Now you got a minute left to get through all this crap. Let's see if we could get through level 8 without crashing. Would be nice. I don't recall how far this actually goes if you go beyond like level 8 or something like that. I know oof. Almost thought I was going to crash into that. Not bad, not bad. Almost one section. Ooh. 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 Barely made it. You can move a little faster, bro. Yeah, but I think that's about it. We're not gonna make this. I'm not gonna make it past level 9. Where are we? I don't know. Shit. Shit. See, they move the targets around, but that's not... Yeah, we're probably not going to make it. Nah, 15 minutes. Now, we're done. Ooh, I'm a flight officer, and I get a training patch. Excellent. That's pretty much the whole point of this, was so you be a flight officer and you could get a training patch after you pass a couple extra levels. Just for comparison's sake, we'll go with a TIE Defender, which I believe is like the fastest ship. Like, see how much faster you're going with the Defender? I'm gonna blaze through this thing. Which for these early stages, I'm more than happy to do. For the later stages, I could give two shits. Do 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 do. Hmm. There we go. I'm on full throttle, right? Yeah, okay. I didn't think I was going to make it through the middle, but there you go. This is going by nicely, actually. Hmm. Okay, got the moving targets. When it comes to the walls, I might actually slow down. Because this thing does get a little more... This thing can get a little bit saucy. Oh, fuck me. Hi. That could have gone better, but whatever. Ah, fuck you. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry fucking Christmas, everybody. I have to make a point to play that Squadrons game whenever I get the chance. I know I bought it back in the day there, but back in the day it was like... I think that thing came out like, what, a couple of years ago or something like that? I don't recall, but... I remember playing it for a bit and I thought, it's okay. Like, engine-wise, I thought it was fine. Fuck. Full power. Move faster. Like I refused to be doing the TIE Defender thing and have my performance be worse than that in a TIE Fighter. Like that, I will not. I'm gonna say I could slow down a little bit. I don't need that much speed. Oh, fuck you. God damn it. I still have a little bit of time, so it's not all that bad, but... Anyway. But also the TIE Defender is, I think, sizably is a much bigger ship. There's a little more coverage, so I don't know, maybe. Can we go 85? Can we push it to 85? Might actually... Ah, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. I made it through that quite nicely, so... Okay, that went by. That went by actually. That went by nicely, actually. So 1 minute. So a little over 3/4 throttle, which I don't know. Might be a help. Might be a hindrance. Ah, fuck. Fuck bullsh. Eh. We'll bear in mind this is. Yeah. Not gonna make it to level 9, am I? Ooh! Ooh, look at that! Okay, the orientation. Shoot whatever you can. Because I don't have fucking time. Vakbalj. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Level 9, level 9, level 10. Boom. I only got 50 seconds to make it through this fucking course. That's all it is. It's just... Ah. Ah, screw it. Yeah, that was fun for about... Oh, who cares? It's like, I'm happy with that. Let's have some fun. Let's try to... Oh. At full throttle, this is how... like, with all available power to the engines, this is as fast as I go with a TIE bomber. This is going to be painful. Fuck. Which is funny because a TIE bomber is not known for its great speed, so you really have to... So it really emphasizes... you have to really hit your targets in order to get that extra time. Well, especially when you get to the higher levels. But who cares? We'll see how far we can go with this, and this is what we're doing on Christmas Day. Actually, this would be late at night before I go to bed. But whatever, you get the idea. We're gonna have a fun time with this, pretty much. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna go full power to lasers. The fuck? Oh, why? Every single fucking time. Okay. No, what happened is, like, I tapped, I guess, the 0 keyboard, and on the numpad, because I gotta have everything up close because it's yeah, because I got this new keyboard, right? Which is like less wieldlier, much smaller than the other one. And like the other one's not bad. Like I liked the other one, but the other one was just too big, and I wanted to just try. I bought the keyboard mostly to test it out for the Atari box, which I got to get back to. For those who don't know, I got an Atari box, the VCS, the 2021 thing. That people kickstarted $3 million to turn into a thing and then be promptly forgotten about when it was decided that Atari would rather just be re-releasing old hardware and new cartridges for said old hardware, and they'd be better off for something. I don't know. Look, I'm not going to do a running commentary on Atari here because I'm just shooting space meatballs in this space tunnel in this slow-ass TIE bomber thing that is out of his element because you're not bombing anything. Would be nice. I'd figure if this were an arcade game and you had a couple proton torpedoes or concussion missiles or something like that, you could pretty much use those to wipe the hull, the segment of targets, which would have been a nice thing to have, but this is a simulator, and we're on a leisurely stroll. The equivalent of a leisurely stroll through this training thing, which, to be fair, I prefer this over the X-Wing one. The X-Wing one is god-awful with those platforms things that you gotta go through all that. You gotta go through like 120 gates or something like that. to clear one level, and you got to play through what 8, 12 or something like that. I don't recall, but just to get a training patch, and I'm like, I don't know. The Empire is a little more lenient on its pilots that they know for damn sure they're pretty much going to be dead flying these essentially glorified confetti eggs. Anywho. No, avoid that. One thing I don't want to do is crash into anything because it takes a while to pick up speed, and this thing has absolutely no speed whatsoever. And You know what I probably should have done is I probably should have went for the floppy version, but whatever. I don't know. So, are we having fun yet, boys and girls? And anyone else outside that binaric descriptor or whatever? I don't know. Enjoy the flying meatballs before I shoot them from the skies. Oh god damn, this is so fucking tedious. I kind of like that though. The transparent segments have walls that you can't shoot through, which, to be fair, kind of makes sense because there's collision detection. I did actually sort of glitch the game somewhat, and you could go outside the tunnels, which I thought was kind of funny. I don't recall. I don't know if I still have that video somewhere. But I don't know. Would I try to redo that today? Probably not. How many levels? We'll play level 5 and then we'll call it quits. Because, god damn. I'm sure there's some ace TIE fighter players that could probably do more with this TIE bomber thing in this training tunnel, but, God Christ. It's worse than sitting through the sequels, for fuck's sake. Anywho. I just keep shooting. And mind you, I don't have to go full charge with the lasers. I could just go at a, like, slightly increased charge. Like, let's, like, cannons recharging at increased rate. It'll give me a little more speed, but, like, the difference is negligible for the most part, so... Besides, I want to go maximum charge because I want to go the slowest I could possibly go with this TIE bomber. And yeah, this is dreadful. By the way, this used to be cutting edge technology. This used to be cutting edge, high resolution graphics back in, I guess this would have come out, this came out in like 95. The original TIE Fighter came out in 94. The CD version came out a year later with 640 by 480. And the polygons are sharper. But I always preferred the, like we'll call it quits on here. Okay, so I guess after like 4 of our 5 stages, you get a training patch. So, okay, it's not so bad. So I'm going to switch it over to the lower resolution. Yeah, we'll play the Die Defender. Why not? Yeah. Yeah, the polygons aren't as sharp, and there's a little bit of the jaggies. But at the same time, I like the font a little better. And I like the font a little better, and also I like, I don't know. I like the font better. The cockpits also look a little nicer here. The higher res cockpits look a little, I don't know, a little more computer generated, as it were. Like a little pseudo pre-rendered look to it that kind of like, I don't know. I like the more pixely look of these simulators. They look a little nicer. And I don't know. I guess we'll go back to the other ones because I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, that was TIE Fighter. That was the training tunnel for a couple of ships and fighters and such. And I don't know, let's move on to the next thing, I guess. I don't know how many things we're going to put in this thing. I really don't know, but let's keep going.
Yeah, she's out of the cone now. Still has the stitches. Those aren't coming off till the new year, but I'll say something nice to the YouTube people. Want to say something nice to the phone? I'd much rather be using the camcorder, but that's indisposed at the moment, so I have to settle for this. Let's not go there. Let's not do that. Anyways. You know, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but I resolved to teach you how to sell a punch. Or at least do a better job of it. Okay, she's done. Can't say we blame her. Kush, duck, kush, kush, kush. 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 Yeah, that's all I got.